Welcome to Bulls and Reds Advent Calendar. Let's see what's behind today's door. 18th of December, Christmas Eve is approaching fast. Have you got your presents? Have you got the other people's presents? You better hurry up. Time's getting really scarce. Today is Wednesday. It's middle of the week and we call it Bergfest. And let's have a cheeky look behind door number 18. Richard, what's installed for us today?
Today I would like to talk about a man and say thank you to a man who is always with the club at least every home match since 2011.
Wow.
And he's not a player, and he's not a bus driver, and he's not anyone who's somehow involved in running the club, but it's nevertheless one of the, I think, most important and also famous people in the stands or in the stadium to say. It's our stadium announcer, Tim Tölke. He does this job since 2011, and at least in the early years of his engagement, he considered himself a stadium presenter. In the younger days, he doesn't use this term anymore, but I think it fits better to what he does every week, every home match. Of course, he is famous for his feisty presentation of the starting 11 during match days.
Exactly.
But he's also busy with interviewing guests, e.g. former players, coaches, fans, etc. And he also worked as a stadium announcer or in Leipzig for the UEFA during the Euro 2024 matches that were held on our home ground. And on top of that, he was also with us in Berlin as a stadium announcer in the cup finals for the RBL parts before the match or before the matches, and of course for the substitutions on RBL side and so on. And he is always with the team, with the club, when there are celebrations outside the stadium. So after our cup winnings or promotions, season endings, curtain calls to the fans and something like that. And Tim Tölke is always there. And when he's not engaged with RBL, well, maybe some people don't know, but it's quite interesting. He is DJ, musician, master of ceremonies in several shows. And in his most famous show, and I would like to talk about this a little bit because I like this show, and it's one of the longest active shows that I know, maybe in Germany, maybe worldwide. And this show is called Riskier dein Bier, or in English, Risk Your Beer.
You can never risk your beer.
And he does this show since 2005. And first 5 years, it was in a very, very tiny club in the south end of our beautiful city. And since the year of 2010, it's in the Moritzbastei. It's a quite famous student club in the center of the city. And it's a show with a live audience, of course, and you can participate. Anyone can participate, and you can win up to 128 bottles of beer. It works like that.
Is he going to carry it home for you if you win it?
No, I think you have to empty them all on the stage. Now I can.
And you only got 2 hours time. Clock's ticking now. We call it countdown. Boo!
But this is so cool because all you have to do if you want to participate is write your name on a piece of paper, draw it in a lottery wheel, and each night it's once per month. So once monthly is this show, and there's several rounds played in each show. So if Tim does not pull your name out of this box or fortune bucket, whatever it is, you don't have to worry because you have more than one chance at an evening to be on its stage. And you can bring up a friend or your wife or someone else who is your...
Somebody who you don't like and you want to get embarrassed?
Well, maybe, but the most important thing is that you bring someone up who knows other things than you do.
So you compliment each other.
Okay, and then you sit up there, and the first thing you get from Tim Tölke is a beer. Of course, it's a sponsor beer. I think we can say that. It's an Urkostitzer, very tasty. And you can drink it, it's okay. In Germany, you can drink on a stage, no problem with that. And then you have to spin the wheel of fortune with some like 20 categories or something like that. And then Tim asks you a trivia question. For example, what's the name of Paris Hilton's daughter? And it's a multiple choice answer. And he was like, it's London, Toronto, Dublin, or Van Eyck. Banda Eickel is a very small town in west of Germany. And with each question you answer correctly, you have a BRO meter or something like that. So then you add one point and up to 100. So it's multiplying from some kind of stage. And you can win at 101st stage, and then there's a grand final at the end of the evening where you can win another 28. So it's 128 beers in total. Yeah, and it's quite funny to watch, and Tim does it very, very well. Maybe not as good as he's doing in the stadium, but it's quite funny, and I like it. And all I want to say is thank you, Tim, for your dedication. I don't know any other stadium announcer or presenter in the world, but I do not know or need to know that you are one of the greatest, and arguably the greatest, because you are always kind, you got a pleasant voice, always respectful, always well dressed, and with a grain of humor. And therefore, this combination is distinguishable from any other guy with a mic on his hands in a stadium. And thank you, Tim, for 13 years and hopefully 13 more to come.
I can only second that. And I must admit, when you traveled to Berlin and you had these normal presenters, from the Deutsche Fußballbund, that was so bloody boring because you get used to the voice of the club. And I know he gets a lot of stick from other fans who find him quite over the top, but I would really miss that. And without him, this club, this stadium wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same, or at least it would take a long time to get used to somebody else. So yes, also from my side, thank you very much. I did notice he never changed his style. What he's doing today, he did that probably 13 years ago. I just know it from 2013. So not that long. And, well, really appreciate it. So stick around for longer because we do enjoy that. And here is the typical intro that he does.
Und jetzt gib mir ein R. Gib mir ein B. Gib mir ein L. Wer gewinnt heute? Liebe Fußballfans, das Warten hat ein Ende. Bitte begrüßt mit mir mit maximaler Lautstärke unsere Gäste aus Frankfurt und die besten Fußballfans.